Hello ladies and gentlemen, before I start this video, I would just like to show off this neat little Easter egg that happens when you die here on the map in the mall. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Rumen. Welcome back to Silent Hill 3. Last time we defeated a disturbingly phallic creature, and now we are back at Happy Burger. If you run along over here, then you can examine something pretty interesting. This is actually where we started the game. We started the game right here. This is where Heather woke up, so let's examine this, shall we? This is where I was sleeping earlier. Hell, I might still be sleeping here, for all I know. I wish I were. Yeah, so do I. Anyway. Come along out here, you can leave now. And actually, Heather, at the beginning of the game, this is where she talked on the phone with her dad. Right here. The phone doesn't work. Well, we all have our hopes. I wish I could get a hold of Dad. And yeah, she ran along over here, and the bathroom that she hid in was right here. But we can't enter it right now, so yeah, I find it interesting how we can come back here and we can walk around in the area that the first cutscene played. Well, one of the first cutscenes at least. Anyway, right now we just want to leave the mall because it looks like it's after dark. I mean, is it even legal to be here? Alright, yep, just leave.
Heather!
It's you.
What just happened?
You must be one of them!
What did I do? And what do you mean by one of them?
You're in on this with that Claudia, aren't you?
Claudia? What about her? She asked me to find you, that's all.
So you are one of them.
Claudia did all that? Look, I was just hired to find you. I'm not on anybody's side. I don't know anything about this. Why don't you start by telling me what happened here? And that monster, what the hell was that?
I don't know any more than you do. All I know is that things are getting really screwy around here, and I got a weird feeling it's got something to do with me. Maybe you're just an innocent bystander, but I can't feel sorry for you because you dragged me into this. You know, if you hadn't found me...
What are you talking about? What's so special about you anyway?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so confused, would I? But I know there's something. Something I've been running from and forgot for a long time. How did I remember that?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Where are you going?
I'm taking the subway home.
What should I do?
Hell if I know.
There's a lot to take in that cutscene, and the music in that cutscene is also great. I got no use for that place anymore. I'd rather get back home on the double. Yep, so let's just run down this corridor. And the funny thing about this corridor is that there is a very special inside joke within the Silent Hill community right over here. This memo poster, they love to meme this poster to hell. So take a good gander at it. There we go, and now let's be on our way. Here it is again. Take a good gander. Take a good gander. There it is. And we shall be on our way now. We want to run along over here and then enter this door. The funny thing about the subway is that it's actually one of the most confusing areas in the game. It's one of the shortest areas in the game, but it's also just kind of cryptic with this with its entire layout. You can come over here, you can examine this. There's a newspaper left on top of the ticket machine. Fatal accident at Hazel Street. At about 11 p.m. on the 4th, a man waiting on the platform at Hazel Street Station fell onto the tracks and was decapitated by the arriving St. Renata College-bound train. The victim died instantly. I hope I said that right. While police have not yet determined whether the death was an accident or suicide, witnesses report that the victim did not look inebriated and seemed to jump off the platform deliberately. The victim's identity is still unknown. He was approximately 40 years old, 5 foot 10 inches tall, and was wearing a black jacket. This newspaper is 4 months old. What's it doing here now? Yes, this is optional, but if you want to see a neat little scare later, then you must examine that. There's a subway map here, but even without looking at this, I still know my way home. I just need to get on the Bergen Street train on platform 3. Yep, well, it looks like I know where our next destination is going to be. Anyway, run along over here, and there's a map here. And my speech could be a little better today, if I'm being honest. I've been slurring words all over the place. Anyway, pick up that map, and yeah, as you can see, there are like stairs everywhere. It's a small area, but it can still be pretty dang confusing. So yes, let's get started. You want to run along down these stairs. And right over here, if you just hug the corner, there is a save point. There we go. No flavor text for that save point, but there it is for you. Down here is something completely optional, yet cool. Feel free to examine this. I read this a long time ago. It's a nothing little occult magazine. It seemed like a bunch of crap to me. It's not so bad if you just read it for fun, though. The souls of those who died suddenly by suicide or accident don't realize they're dead. Sometimes they stay put and haunt that particular place. These spirits have lost their human senses and memories and can only keep replaying the pain and sadness of the moment they died. The pain can get so bad that they turn to humans for salvation, or they begrudge humans their lives. At such times, they can possess humans. Places known as famous suicide spots or high accident areas are often to blame. You should be careful when approaching such locations, especially on the day or at the time the death occurred. That is, if you don't want it to happen to you too. Creepy. Anyway, run down these stairs for a neat little scare. And run back up. If you don't climb back up, a train will actually hit you, so be careful. Anyway, if you're not playing on hard mode, there will in fact be items on the bench here, but since I'm playing on hard mode, I don't get any goodies. I think on easy mode, you'll get 1 first aid kit and 2 health drinks, and on normal mode, I think you get just 1 first aid kit. Whoops, oh no, I did not know you could bump into this little wall right here. I did not know that. And again, sometimes I like to stay silent for a bit, just because like the ambient sounds of the game. Might turn that up in post. I'm gonna look at my map just so you can see where I am. After this load screen loads, there we go. You're right here. If you approach these telephones, then you get a neat little scare. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A row of phone booths, but they're all broken. You want to run along over here, and here we have another poster of Memo. Here we go, take a good gander at it. Alright, now we must be on our way. Oh yeah, something! Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I did not mention this before. I cannot believe I skipped over this. How could I have possibly not mentioned this? Okay, you see on the Type A and Type B controls, it says not used. The L3 isn't used. That is a lie. L3 is used in this game. You see when you turn the camera on in this game, so there you go. See, I'm using the camera to let it face where Heather's facing. Well, if you press in L3, you can actually zoom in. See that? I probably should have mentioned that sooner, and I apologize for not mentioning that sooner. Alright, we just want to run along over here. Be careful of the double heads. You can turn your flashlight off so they don't hit you. I mean, they will probably still hit you, but if you turn your flashlight off, you know, they'll be less likely to notice you. You can pick up this health drink here, and again, there will be more items for you depending on what difficulty you're playing on. Is someone sleeping here? All this red stuff around here is blood. This guy's not sleeping. Why am I not the least bit surprised? I think the nightmares numb my senses a little. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Actually, let's look at the scenery for a little bit, because it's actually very interesting. Look at all the detail. Alright, let's be on our way. Run along over here. And down here. It's really dark, so I'm gonna look at the map. I'm right there. And we want to pick up this nutcracker right here. Want to run back up and go all the way back upstairs. Alrighty, now I want to come along over here. And I think you can examine this. The subway map here with that. Oh yeah, we already read that. And now I want to use the nutcracker right here. Nutcracker, rusty and impossible to turn. This is for cracking open nuts. Man, if that's rusty and impossible to turn, then she sure did handle that pretty well. A funny little thing is that if you actually go back upstairs, there will be closers. Yes, very useful for getting a 10-star rank, but we're not getting a 10-star rank right now. But yes, I always like to show that off because not many people know that there are closers in the subway. You can run along over here. I am not quite sure if there are items here on the other difficulties, but there might be. My memory's a little bit foggy, and I'm sorry about that. This is a hard mode walkthrough, so yeah, I might get some items wrong. There are no items that are on hard mode there, though. Anyway, it's a gift wrap box. Could it be a birthday present? No, I guess not. Nobody I know would give me something this gross. But I'll take it anyway. It should come in handy against the monsters. I got a shotgun. Hell freaking yes. Holds 6 rounds of ammunition. It's hard to handle, but has great range. It says it has great range, but that isn't really true. It's just not really true. It's a really good weapon. It just doesn't have good range. Alright, here we have the insane cancer. These things have a ton of health. I wouldn't really ever bother trying to fight these guys, and I'm not going to try to give an example either. They just take forever to kill, and they're never worth it. And they're easy to outrun. They have more health than the closers. You can run down these stairs for nothing. There's nothing down there. You know, I'm gonna come down here just to show what does happen. So, On hard mode, there are, you know, monsters down here. There's a dog right there. I got hit. And as you can see, there are no dogs over here. But if you run all the way down here, right, so I'm over here now, and then I run back. As you can see, dogs spawned over here now. A lot of them, actually. So, yeah, that's what this is all about. Just dogs randomly spawn. I mean, not randomly, but there are trigger spawn points for dogs there. It could confuse the player. I think that's what that's all about. Just to confuse the player. There might be items here on other difficulties, but again, I'm playing on hard mode, so there aren't any for me. You want to be very careful here. You just want to quickly examine this door and then run back here as fast as you can. Alright, so examine. Avoid these dogs here. Avoid them. Yeah, make sure you're not to get hit by the train. Run over here. Unlock this door. Be careful, there are double heads. You run way faster than double heads, even on hard mode, so yes, just keep running. And again, if you have to fight one, then be sure to shoot it in the middle of its lunge. That will instantly stun it and make it harmless. Health drink right here. And enter the train. Alright, now time for one of my favorite moments in this game. I just absolutely love the train here. You can exit and, you know, there's nothing out here, but just look at that. That just looks cool. Be careful, though. You can actually jump off the train there and die. Definitely not one of our smartest moments. Anyway, there's a save point right here. That symbol's drawn on the floor. I hope I don't get cursed just by stepping on it. This next train call will have a horde of numb bodies. Turn your flashlight off and try to run around them like so. There is no shame in getting hit a couple times. There is nothing in this train car, so don't bother looking around. I think some things are examinable. Like, I think you can examine, something, anything? Yeah, so you examine that newspaper, but again, nothing interesting. New monster right here. Big numb body. I wish I got a better camera angle of that. But that's the best the game gave me, so oh well. Yes, these are big numb bodies. I think they go down between 9 and 13 shots. Depends on RNG pretty much. Run along over to the next car. You can examine some stuff, but, you know, nothing interesting. I think on easy mode, there will be a first aid kit right here, and shotgun shells, but on hard mode, you just get shotgun shells. I almost forgot these. They're handgun bullets right there. Whoops. I always like the bumping in the walls animation in these games. Where you have an insane cancer, all you have to do is just turn your flashlight off and skimmy around it. There we go. Definitely not as bad as it looks. Empty train car, feel free to leave. Also, something that's interesting is that if you try to return, yeah, the train behind you disappears every car you enter. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, that startled her. Anyway, this door behind you is now locked, so really no point in trying to leave. She has something interesting to say about the caboose up here, though. This must be the first car. I can't see the next car through the frosted window. All I see is the track. Wait a minute, there's no place to conductors. How does it run? Or did the car before already go on ahead? I didn't hear or feel if it did. Anyway, it's obviously pointless to stay on this train any longer. So yes, a lot of flavor text for that one door right there. And here we have another save point. That old pattern's painted in here among the graffiti. It looks like it was just put here too. But by whom, and why does my head... Alright, with a save point right here, that seems like a nice place to end off on. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed.